Lance here again. Yeah, and I'm going to show you actually the operating system that I was referring to earlier on. So what I've done is I've logged into my Raspberry Pi. I've SSH'd into it. You can see here. Now the name of the operating system or this distribution is Mandora. So I've actually logged into this. So what I'm going to be doing is just running up an X11 VNC server, so I can actually VNC into it. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm just going to VNC into the server here, and there you go. There you go. I'm actually in there now. So this is actually what's running on the Raspberry Pi. This is the operating system. This is the distribution. As you can see, it's very, very simplistic. I love the minimalistic design. I love the way that they've chosen the kind of fonts that they've chosen, the color scheme, the icons. It's very, very beautiful. So this is kind of like a throwback to an older operating system that I loved, actually. It ran on x86 machines. It was called BOS. It was fully preemptive, multitasking, multi-threaded. It was designed for multimedia applications, and it was supposed to be the replacement for the older Mac OSs when Mac was struggling to reinvent itself. Steve Jobs had left the company, and it was really the OS had come to the end of its life, looking for a new operating system. And they were really considering BOS at the time. But anyway, you can read up about that on Wikipedia. This particular operating system, Mandora, is a beautifully executed UI. Now, I can show you how it performs on Raspberry Pi. You can see this is VNCing into it. It's not too bad. I mean, it does your standard terminal emulator, and really you have all of the stuff that you need, accessories. It comes up on here. You can add. These are the standard applications that comes with it. You can add whatever you want to it. You can see even the slide bars there are very, very beautifully engineered. It's got a development section here for Qt4 if you want to develop user interfaces using Qt4. Graphics, internet, it comes with Firefox, so you have to install Chrome. I installed Chrome on it. Thunderbird, the mail client, installed X11 VNC server so I could VNC into it, but it's very easy to install applications. You just got to go to the system and just add software, and it comes up with this particular software repository. You can type in whatever you want. So let's, in this case, we wanted to see what we could get in the way of a file manager, and it would actually go and list all of the file manager programs. Then you just click on the one that you want, and then you add it, and then it will basically install it. So it's very beautifully engineered. I like it. It's a bit slow, as you can see, a bit slow to paint the screens and stuff like that. The thing about it is it's running on a single board computer, which is it's an ARM Cortex computer. It's got this one particularly has got it's a quad core 64-bit, but it's still pretty much underpowered. Now let's have a look at how this particular system performs on a virtual machine. Now, I've got it installed on a virtual machine. It's got a fairly good resources on it. So as you can see, it's much more responsive. You click in here, and it's much faster, and you can go and see it comes up fairly quickly. So there you go. It's very, very quick, very minimalistic design. I like it. It's very clean. You can go and use your standard applications. It's got Adobe Flash Player in there. It's got Bluetooth. It's got desktop setups and everything, display, file manager. So these are all your setups that you can go in here, and you can install other applications, add and remove software. So you can add, again, this is the same repository I showed you. So I'm not sure if I got Chrome in here loaded, and I'm not sure if they've actually already included that in here. So let's go to internet. They haven't got Chrome. So let me show you how we can install it. So here we go. I just put it in here. I've selected this one here. So this is the open source project. I want to actually install that. So I just apply it, commit it, and then it asks me for the password, and it's downloading it now. There you go. So it's going to download it, and it's going to install it. It's very, very simple to install software. I love the way this whole thing looks. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys very, very quickly. Mandora, go and check it out. The website that you can go and find this on is the Mandora site. I'm going to show you both of those. So this is the Mandora site. As you can see, it's got a beautiful little slideshow of what the UI looks like. Check it out. And you can go and look at the distributions out here that they've got for the different platforms. And of course, the ARM one, if you go to manjura-arm.org, this is the ARM porting site. Now, at the moment, they've got ARM6 support for Raspberry Pi and 0, ARM7, Raspberry Pi 2 and 3, and they're going to be adding other devices as well. As you can see at the moment, they've got Raspberry Pi is under development, Raspberry Pi 1, but Raspberry 3 you can download. Now they're working on Odroid C1, which I'm quite excited about, Odroid C2, and also the Odroid UX4. Now the UX4 is a ARM version 7 Cortex A15 2 gigahertz, very powerful CPU. It's got 8 cores in it, 2 gigs of RAM. And it's got a male T628 GPU in there. Gigabyte Ethernet, very, very powerful little board, and you can do a lot with it. And you can definitely run up a desktop with this small single board computer. So you can see there's a lot going on with this particular distribution. I love the look and feel of it, and that's really why I wanted to share this particular distro with you guys. Let me know what you think of it. So here it is, it's installed, and that's it. And if you go to our, if we go to our actual command bar, you can see that it's actually, there it is, Chrome, and if we click it, there it comes up very, very quickly. I like the distro. It's very quick and minimalistic. It's based on Arch Linux, so that's probably why it's faster as well. It's based on Arch Linux. Arch Linux is they're renowned for keeping things simple and only putting in what's necessary in a distro. But the general look and feel of this operating system, I really, really like. I particularly like the way that they've selected the UI icons and everything and made the whole thing look really, really well. I think that I think this is out of Germany, but check it out. Check out the website. I'll put these links into the video. Check it out. Give me your comments. Let me know what you think of it. If you think you found something better than this, which is even easier to navigate and easier to use, then let me know in the comments. But I really like this distro, and like I said, if I wasn't using OS X as my main daily driver, I probably would switch to this because it's pretty powerful. It's got pretty much everything you need, and I'm sure in the future I'll be probably looking at something like that as a replacement for OS X. So enjoy, and see you in the next video. Cheers.